party planner Deb Beggs, who's joining us. You have made this into just the most beautiful space out here in our garden. So good morning to you, and thanks for all the great work you've done.
Thank you.
We're talking about some of the themes for wedding season, one of which is people are doing themed often.
They are. They're kind of going more, it's becoming your fantasy, your dream, not the traditional wedding every time.
And that's really nice because then, especially if you're going to multiple weddings in one year, that's one way to stand out and create a memorable experience. We've got a beautiful table set up of some sweet treats. Tell me about what some of the trends are for food and beverages.
What you're seeing is a lot of the brides are just kind of saying, no cake. I don't want to do the cake. I don't want to be traditional. I want to do small bites. We're having peach pie in a jar.
I love that.
Meringues, everything. They really are kind of having a little bit more fun. And today what I thought is, you can take some of your personal things from home, because we're kind of talking country and home and that comfort feeling with this. And so, like, for example, years ago, my husband and I went to Napa Valley and we found those little cow cups. Glasses.
I love that.
And then I found the container to hold the ice cold milk in it. And for those of you who may not be as old as I am, ice cold milk is amazing. And so I always bring that to, in some things that are kind of more personal and just things that remind you of your family and little maybe even kitschy sayings that, you hear all the time, but it does make you kind of go, yeah.
Right. It's all in the details. Are you serving a Moscow Mule over there?
Well, you know what? I kind of had some fun. We're doing the Moscow Mules over at the bar, but I also like to match the metals together, the rose and the silvers and the coppers. So I also use them for our coffee cups today.
That's a great idea. Yeah. That's very different. As we walk over here, I want to pay some attention to this beautiful table that you've set. What stands out about this? I like that there's so many mix and match details here.
I think that people like to be a little bit more eclectic, and again, you're putting a little bit of your feeling of who you are, what your personality is. Again, maybe bringing a couple little things from home. The salt and peppers. I have a whole collection of those. My grandmother, had them, and everywhere I go, if I find them, I buy them. It reminds me, some old spices out of her kitchen. And then, excuse me, a little softer floral and also a little cactus in there because we are in Arizona.
And for the bride on the budget, it's possible to sort of incorporate some of the things you may or your relatives or grandma may already own, utilize that for the wedding.
Exactly.
That's a great idea. As a mom of a toddler, it brings great anxiety to think about any environment that you're bringing them into and you want them to be well behaved. This is genius. I haven't seen this yet at any event.
And I tell all my brides when I'm talking to them, do you have a lot of children coming? If it's very family style, it's in the backyard or somewhere where they can run and romp. You know what? They do even get bored of that after a while, and they get tired. And so, being a mother of 5, maybe this is why this is not, a very thing. I think something I came up with right away is, some fun games. You can do something that kind of goes with the trend. All those games are made with bamboo. They're a cool thing. Some amazing books for them to read, coloring books. Apples, and then I did the healthy snacks. I got some craisins and some sunflower seeds, but you gotta have a little bit of sugar, so we put some jelly beans out there for them also.
Otherwise, it's not a party, right?
That's right, and it just, it keeps them busy, keeps them entertained. Another thing I always suggest is someone who's not part of the family, but maybe a friend of a niece. Bring someone to watch those kids and babysit them and keep them happy, or even in a separate room so that you can enjoy yourself and not be worried about whether they're going near the pool or they're doing something.
Well, Deb, great demonstration here, beautiful display, and I love the seating area, so casual and so friendly and really helpful for conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy wedding season to all. I hope some good ideas for you, Javier. Maybe you'll throw an anniversary party.
After planning a wedding,
pressure's on.
I think those party planning days are behind us, at least for a while. Thank you. Good.